Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Scratch. In today's video, you're going to learn on how to create a maze using the forever, nested if, and sensing code blocks. So let's go ahead and get started. You can find the link of the backdrop of maze in the description below. So I'm going to upload the backdrop of maze now. This game is going to be a maze game where the monkey is supposed to reach the bananas. So since I don't need the sprite of a cat, I am going to go ahead and delete it and instead choose two sprites, one of a monkey and the other one of banana. Okay, now they are very big in size, so I need to reduce bananas to the size 25 and monkey to size 10 and place them at their respective corners. So bananas are our goal and monkey is going to be the player here. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. Let's come back. All right, so we've added three things. We've added a backdrop of maze, we've added two sprites, and now we're going to start coding for the monkey. So in this game, we are going to link the four arrow keys of our keyboard with the movement of our character up, down, left, and right. So, as always, the first and the most important code block to be added is when flag clicked. We can access it from events, the first code block, that is when green flag is clicked. So, the moment green flag is clicked, every time when I click the green flag, I would want my monkey to be positioned exactly where it is so that it starts from the very beginning. So I'm going to go to motion and pick the go to X and Y positions here. So currently my monkey is placed at an X position of -99 and Y position of -96, and that is what I would want my monkey to every time be at whenever I click the green flag. Like I want my character to start from here every time I click the green flag. So I have now fixed one position for my character. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is add the forever code block. Inside the forever code block, I'll be adding the if then code block. And now we have started programming this for like programming the arrow keys on our keyboard, linking them to the movement of our character. So it's very easy, like we'll have to code separately for each key though, which gets a little lengthy. So inside the forever code block, I placed my if then code block. So if um, going to the sensing category, I'm going to pick key space press. This particular code block is going to have a number of options for the different keys that you can program. So right now I'm selecting up arrow because I'm programming first for the up arrow key. Now if I press the up arrow key, I would want my monkey to move in upward direction, for which I am going to go to motion and change y by 10. This is the code block that I picked. Now instead of 10, I would want to move it by only 5. So whenever the up arrow key on the keyboard will be pressed, my character will move 5 pixels in upward direction. But if it touches this color, that is the color of the walls of the maze, then I don't want it to move. So I am going to go to control again and place another if then code block inside this if code block. So this is basically the nested if nested. So if going to sensing again, if touching color, I place this here. So there are two ways to choose the color that you would want to include in the code block. One is you can select the color from the stage. So yeah, this is exactly the color that I want. The specifications for which are color 0, saturation 0, and brightness 0. You can either manually do it or you can pick the color from the maze, like the color of the wall of the maze. So if the monkey is touching color 0, then I would not want it to move anywhere. But if up arrow key is pressed, it is supposed to move 5 points up. So the moment it touches the maze, if it moves minus 5 points, which means it is not changing its direction at all. So go to motion and change y by 10. Instead of 10, make it minus 5. So with this, we have successfully programmed for the up arrow key. Similarly, now we have to program for 3 more keys. That is down arrow key, left arrow key, and right. So let's quickly go ahead and get this done. All the code blocks for these keys will be placed in the forever loop. So go to control. Again, if then, going to sensing. If down arrow is pressed, so if down arrow is pressed, y is supposed to change by minus 5. And if while doing so it touches the maze, the line of the maze, then it's not supposed to move at all, for which we are going to change it by plus 5. Okay, so with this we've programmed for up and down. Now what's left is left and right. So if then, so if key right is pressed, then change my x's position by 5. But in case if it's touching the, oops, had to drag another if then code block inside. Yeah. Okay, I accidentally had placed this inside the other if block, which is not supposed to happen. So if the key right arrow is pressed, change x's position by 5. But in case if it's touching the maze, then do not move it at all, for which move 8 minus 5. Now programming for the last key. So if left arrow key is pressed, change x by minus 5. Again, if it is touching the wall of the maze, which is brightness 0, saturation 0, color 0. Then change x by 5 and minus 5 plus 5 makes it 0, so the monkey is not going to move from its place. Okay, so with this we are done programming for all the arrow keys that are there, that are going to play a part in like running the game. So the final goal is for the player to navigate this monkey through the maze and like make it till the final prize. So let's write the code for that. That the moment a monkey touches the banana, the final prize, what is going to happen? So placing that as well inside the forever loop, go to control, drag another if then. So go to sensing, touching mouse pointer, the first code block, instead of mouse pointer touching bananas. So if that happens, in that case, go to looks and drag the say code block, and instead of hello, it's supposed to say yay, we did it. Okay, so this was the code for the monkey, for us to be able to navigate the monkey through the maze safely without touching any of the walls and reach the banana, the final prize. Now let's write the code for the banana sprite as well. This entire code has been written for monkey sprite. Now let's switch to banana sprite. Drag obviously the first most important code block, that is when green flag is clicked. Then go to control, choose forever, then again go to if. So the moment my monkey reaches the final prize, as it happens in the game, the monkey is supposed to eat the bananas, which makes it very clear that the bananas won't be there anymore the moment monkey reaches it and touches it. So for that, how can we code it? We have used an if then code block inside the forever code block. So let's go to sensing again. If touching mouse pointer, instead of mouse pointer, if bananas are touching the monkey, then what's going to happen is it is supposed to hide. So you can drag the hide code block from the looks category. So yep, with this we are done. Let's run it once and check and see if it's working fine or not. So open it on a bigger screen, press the green flag. The moment I pressed it, my monkey returned to the original position. So okay, it's doing well, and the moment it touches the black line, it stops moving anywhere. And this maze is quite easy. That's why I am so quickly able to navigate my way through all of it. And this is the final moment. The moment our monkey reaches the goal, the bananas are supposed to vanish from there. So let's see that happens. Okay, great. So the message got displayed and the bananas vanished. That is what our end result was supposed to be. Do try this out yourself, and thank you for joining. Happy tinkering.